Good morning, everybody. Doing this on our own here, it kind of makes it a little bit tricky to get everything dialed in right. We're just making sure that we get everything up to a snuff, if you will. We're going to get some of these things here shared real quick while we're going. We are coming live not only on YouTube today. I mean, we are still having some camera issues that we're just getting dialed in and all of that stuff. We should be able to be good to go with that come next week. Okay. But we are also going to be live on our website, charliefoxtrotradio.com. Make sure that you guys are always checking that. We actually have these links set up to the very first page that we have. So it actually really pans out. I mean, not gonna lie. It makes it work out really well. Okay. So good afternoon, everybody. I hope you all are having a very good day. I hope that everything is going your way, so to speak. I hope that we're all ready for the weekend, I hope. All these I hopes. But we're going to have some fun today. We are going to have some interesting conversations. Fridays, we're going to set up for our entrepreneurs, Small Business Fridays. So we're going to be talking a lot about that today. We got a couple of feel-good topics that definitely haven't made it to the news because of everything going on. Because there is a lot of big news. There really is. Not going to lie. Because there is a lot of stuff going on with Russia and Ukraine. There is a lot of stuff still going on about the balloons, things of that nature. I mean, that's just the way of the beast at the end of the day. That is just the way of the beast. So it is what it is. But, as always, what we do with this is that we talk about the things that are going to be the feel-goods. Make you feel good inside, make you feel nice and warm. Okay. So, some of the things that we got going on today. If you're from the Northeast Indiana area and you're listening in with this, because that is where we are stationed out of. That is where our home base is, Northeast Indiana, good old Fort Wayne. All right. You know that we have the Fort Wayne Tin Caps. Now, a lot of people over the years have made fun of them since they went from the Fort Wayne Wizards to the Fort Wayne Tin Caps, because how many jokes can you make with that? Okay. Yes, it went through. Yes, I'm bringing up old dirt, but, we were nicknamed jokingly the Fort Wayne Potheads, Tin Caps, ha ha, he he. But we are actually, there's some stuff going through our, House and Senate down in good old Indianapolis of Indiana, that coming up at the beginning of August, the Fort Wayne Tin Caps are actually going to be renamed the Hoosier State Tenderloins. The Hoosier State Tenderloins. Okay, so that's actually not bad. All right. Indiana is known for that. What they're actually trying to do is actually trying to make that their state food. Or something original. We have the state bird, state flag, state song, all of that. They want to make the tenderloin that, because tenderloin is a big staple point for the state of Indiana. So beginning, I want to say it's the first week of August, 3rd through 6th or something like that, with their home games, that they are going to be the Hoosier State Tenderloins, have all new jerseys, new gear made. Good for them. That is awesome. If you know anything about the Tenderloins, especially here, I would imagine a lot of places doing the same way to a degree, but these monsters are huge when you make them. Bigger, it takes like 6 buns 6 regular buns, so 6 like sandwiches just to create enough bread for it at times. I remember growing up, we had a fish fry at my grandparents' church, and they would have, fish, tenderloins, and these monsters were like bigger than the to-go containers that we would have for people that just wanted to drive up and buy some. So definitely something worth keeping an eye on when it is all said and done. I know yesterday we had a couple of conversations. Let me see if I can pull it up here again. There's a couple of conversations about, here it is, the $2.04 billion lotto winner. You guys remember us talking about that yesterday? The $2.04 billion lottery winner that only had to give his name, state of California. Okay, I don't need to recap for you guys. You can go back and check that out from yesterday's show. But the winner is now getting sued. Money is the root of all evil, guys. I keep telling you that. Okay. Where is it here? Let me see if I can pull this up to get the exact. It was on our Newsbreak app on our cell phones here. Long story short, guy is getting sued. The winner of it, is being accused of stealing the ticket. Jose Rivera claims that he bought the ticket from Joe's Service Center in Altadena, California on November 7th, one day prior to the record-breaking drawing. Rivera said that a man named Reggie stole the ticket the same day and refused to give it back, instead of offering to give up to half as part of what Rivera described as blackmail, which led him to reporting the theft to the California Lottery and local authorities. Okay. So out of the $2.404 billion, Castro, the alleged winner, the one who turned the ticket in, decided to accept the lump sum rather than the annuity payment. So it's like it says $997.6 million. Okay, Rivera says that he has, though, submitted a claim form to the California Lottery claiming the ticket had been stolen and calling on an investigation before the payment was made. The lawsuit lists both Castro and Reggie as separate defendants, and Rivera is asking the court for damages as well as to be declared the winner of the Powerball winnings. So it's always fun when you see something pop up that you talk about, and then this came through maybe 2 or 3 hours after we had recorded this. So it really sunk through quick, and I thought that I had let it, everything simmer for the right amount of time, because what I said at the beginning, guys, kind of let everything that you see online, every news article, every news report, whether it's, slapstick humor, happy-go-lucky, or more on the serious note, you always let it simmer for 24, 36, 48 hours. Okay, you let all the pieces fall to where they need to be. And this is exactly that point, because this shows how quickly something can turn compared to what you were just talking about. So needless to say, this isn't the end of it, but like I said at the beginning of this, is that money is really the root of all evil when it is all said and done. Money can be the whole deciding factor on things. It is, and this just proves it, guys, to be solely, literally, brutally honest. Especially when it comes into numbers like this. Like I said, we throw these numbers around so nonchalantly, but again, I ask you, if you won the lottery, that $2.04 billion, and you accepted the $997.6 million, I should say, let me make sure that it's proper and correct, what would you have done? What would you do with it? Okay, you keep asking yourselves this all the time. That's why we have a segment. It's not going to be an audio format. It's just a little written couple paragraphs that we're going to post every 2, 3, 4 days of what if. You can find it on charliefoxtrotradio.com, but it goes through a lot of these what ifs. What if we had done something differently in life? What if we had went left instead of right? How much would that have changed and affected us? Okay, just to give you guys an idea, you could, like I said, you can go to the website. Click the icon at the top that says what if. We had one yesterday. It's like your goals, okay? When we first launched this, I started with this topic of, you look at the statement, quote unquote, what if, ... Okay? What do you think? This is something that, I'm going to dig in deeper. I'm going to pose these questions. I'm going to give these little analogies to you guys, to provoke thought. Okay? That's what I want to have on this show, is just some fun, random, obscure, but thought-provoking nature of how our lives work around that statement of what if. Okay? What you see is what you get. What if we push ourselves harder and towards our goals, dreams, and ambitions in the short time that we have here on Earth? What if we strive to succeed rather than just getting by? How would our lives be different? Okay? How would our lives be different if we wanted to succeed rather than just get by? It goes hand in hand, and that's why I talked about this, is that we would hope that we would be good human beings. I said this yesterday. I would hope that I would be a good human being, or at least a moderately decent human being, if we won the lottery. But that's all we can think of. Once we get put into that position, once we get put into any position, we're going to know how we're going to react, because we're going to go. It may not be the reaction that we want. We may just have to run with it and accept the consequences thereafter. But we got to think about it. Okay? We got to think about it. Again, as I say, I would hope I would be a decent human being. What if I won? What if the lovely missus won? We would hope that it wouldn't affect us, that we would just, get all of our stuff paid off, that we would just be able to go on and continue living our lives normally. Would hope. Now, don't play it enough to, really go into it. But, when it gets high enough, I think like everybody else, you spend $5, $6, $10. Once it gets to the higher side, just like anybody else does. But I'm not one of those that I'm sitting here, every time, got to drop $3, got to drop $3, got to drop $3. I'm not that type of person with it. I am, hey, let's go spend $10. See what happens, just for the fun of it. Okay? But to actually be like, out of that $10, holy crap. Would hope I would be a good person, but you don't know until you get there, unfortunately. So, but check that out, the what if section on our page. We're going to be posting some things there periodically of just whatever comes to the top of our heads. Okay, there's no rhyme or reason with it. It's just right there. Okay, that is the one thing about us, is that I don't necessarily have show notes. I mean, I kind of take screenshots of some things every now and then. That's like, oh, hey, I should probably, bring this up. This sounds pretty cool. But I don't sit here and break down like 2,700 different things to talk about over the course of an hour. That's why these little episodes are 22, 25, 28 minutes, because it's just that, just throwing some information out there for you guys, let you dissect it, go back and take a peek at it, do what you got to do with it, and then go from there. This isn't right now something for us to legitimately break down every single thing, because one thing that I learned with teaching was that, our attention spans are 11 minutes. And we can thank Nickelodeon for that. But you get all of this information out there, don't sit and, drag it on. So that being said, all right, what else do we got today? We got Shania Twain looking like Wendy from Wendy's, making jokes online with the memes. If you find that, we'll post it to the Facebook page here later today. Definitely does make you hungry for chicken nuggets and a Frosty, not gonna lie. This one was a good one. You guys probably heard about this. Store manager, it was in Ohio. I want to say it was in the Columbus area. The now hiring sign, that just cracked me up. I have been in that position. I am still in that position of, trying to hire people. COVID really brought it back, brought it down, and now, everybody's struggling to hire people. So you just got to hire, whoever you can, whenever you can, and just make do with it. The sign, says now hiring non-stupid people. Now, if you looked at it at face value, could be a little bit insulting, but you know what? First time I saw it, I cracked the F up because I knew exactly what they were going for. I didn't even have to read the article. Knew exactly what they were going for because it's something that when you are an assistant manager, general manager, any of the higher upper management spots within a business, and this is any business whatsoever, you want people that are going to be there on time. You want people that aren't just going to sit around with a thumbs up their butts playing on their phones. You want people that want to go to work and, make an honest paycheck, no matter how big or small it is based on what business it is. Okay. That's what they were meaning, but they just went to the extreme to definitely point out we're hiring non-stupid. Okay. Common sense. Store manager, didn't think that it would get the traction that it did. And apparently a lot of people are actually going down to the pizzeria to actually go buy food from them because of that sign. It gained a lot of national attention at the same time. So take it as you will in that case. But that was actually pretty entertaining to me. So, I think one of our last ones that we're going to talk about today is we got the 10 caps knocked out. That is actually going to be something really cool. Circling back to that, I want to see I don't know what kind of jerseys they're going to have or not yet. Little bit of a feel-good moment to round us off with these articles today. Another feel-good. All right, this was actually just posted this morning, and I'm kind of jumping the gun on what I was just saying earlier about it, but I just wanted... It's another one of those, just makes you feel really good inside. Fundraiser effort here, I want to say locally. Fundraising effort was able to raise more than $230,000 so their 80-year-old janitor at the school could finally retire. Cool. That is awesome. They said in the first 12 hours that most of the donations that they had were coming from students, that it topped $10,000 in the first 12 hours just from the students alone. That is awesome. You don't see too many things like that anymore. You can find probably one or two good teachers, good staff members at schools that you'll always remember. You ask me, you ask the lovely misses, you ask some of our best friends, you always remember that one teacher. You always remember that one resource officer. You always remember that one janitor. You always remember that one person that was really there for you. So that means this guy really stuck out to the students and was able to do that for him just so he could finally retire. So, props, all the more power to him at the end of the day. Very good. Congratulations to them for stepping up and doing that. So that goes for all of our random topics for the day. So when we jump over to our small business side, this is going to be just, 5, 6, 7 minutes. So we're just going to talk about, nice local businesses here in town, startups, small businesses, mom and pops, locals, not, oh, hey guys, did you go to Walmart today? No, we're going to be talking, the people who own these businesses live here in town. That is one cool thing that I like about Fort Wayne, is that a lot of it is small business at the end of the day. It's not just the small business name that's always been here that got bought up by somebody else. No, it is actually that. Okay, so we're going to be focusing on throwing those, where we're going to be reaching out to businesses just to, you know, kind of talk to them, kind of see where it is, kind of do our live on the scenes type mentality with it when it's all said and done. So definitely check back for that at the end of the day. We will have some things coming out for you guys. But one of the biggest things is that when you go onto our page, because this is also, you know, another big thing that I want to allude on, is that when you go to our page, go to our author section, we're going to be highlighting authors, local self-published authors, you know, just trying to get their ideas out. That is one of the biggest things that we have here with this, that we're not just radio, like I've always been saying. We have radio and production that we're going to be diving more into. We actually have a special announcement coming next week that we're going to start working on. So make sure that you guys are staying tuned with that. It'll probably be, going to probably be aiming for that for Tuesday on that show. So make sure that you guys are staying in touch for that. But if you go over to our Fusion author side, you can just see just small books. Okay, these are just going to be books that authors want published, or they get published, and then they don't want to have to comb through the 1.5 million other people that have published their books on Amazon. Because I know personally from that, because I did publish a book mid last year, that you have to get traction somehow. I mean, you are a small fish in a massive pond when it comes to self-publishing. Cool. But you got to use your traction. So we're going to be highlighting, you know, when we get somebody in, we're going to be highlighting them, talking up their books. You can find some books on there right now. Check out if you haven't already. But like I said, next week, because we're going to have our show tomorrow on Saturday that you guys can check out. But at the same time, we're going to be making a couple of big announcements. We have some big projects lined up for the course of the year that will culminate all the way up through New Year's. So you guys make sure that you check those out in the meantime and stay on top for that. I'll probably drop a couple of hints over the weekend. Never know. So, but that being said, guys, I hope that you guys got a kick out of today's show. Like I said, they're just a handful of different things popping out, you know, some feel-good moments, some fun slapstick humor at times, but just all in all that you leave with a positive mindset, okay? So, as far as it goes here, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. We will see you bright and early tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody. God bless.